Hi guys, last year I traveled across Asia on an epic adventure to discover some of the most incredible and inspiring Asian baking recipes. Now, over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste of the 6 different Asian countries I visited and all those great recipes. Seoul in South Korea is a whirlwind of a city. There is so much to see, and even as a tourist, you just tip the iceberg by being there for a few days. I'm dying to go back and I'm dying to taste even more of the fantastic food, but one of the standout experiences was visiting a mandu dumpling stall. So many great flavors, check it out. Insadong is famous for mandu, Korean dumplings. And as ovens are fairly new to Korea, foods made with flour were traditionally either steamed or fried. My guide is chef and food writer Jin-Hoo Lee, who knows this area well. He's taking me to one of the most popular dumpling houses.
Today I'm gonna show you the real Korean street food.
This is a serious dumpling restaurant. Look at the array of...
That's right. There's many kind of mandu in here.
Yeah.
You can see this one is a pork mandu. And you can see the little bit red one right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that has a little bit of kimchi inside.
Of course it does. It's Korean. I feel like we're getting a facial while this is happening.
Yeah, it's really hot, isn't it? Really steamy.
When I think of dumplings, I think of very kind of small, dainty little things, but it's a very different array of things available here. I feel like this is something that you would eat, you know, as a comfort food. Look at that. These are definitely different. They're really big. They're almost like the size of a palm. What are these ones? These are like, they have no skin on them at all.
Oh, these ones, I can say it's a naked ravioli.
A naked ravioli. Okay, right. I'll try the naked ravioli.
Yeah, try one.
Oh my goodness, it's so good. These are quite a lot bigger than the usual dumplings I'm used to, so you have to show me the top Korean tip on how to pick up one of these, please.
Okay, you gotta use your finger like this.
Yep.
And just hold like this, squeeze the chopstick, and hold like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah?
Yeah, and straight into your mouth.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, here we go.
The feeling is so soft. You know,
Really?
It's like almost melting in your mouth.
Yeah, it's really tender. I think what sets these apart most, though, is the skin. I mean, it's very different from the other Asian dumplings I would have had. It's cooked to perfection. It kind of has a bit of a chew to it.
Yeah.
Is that very specifically Korean, then?
Korean dumpling has a little bit thicker the pastry. So I think that's the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
These look like I should pick them up with my hands.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that okay?
You can.
I don't want to offend anyone. I love how crispy it's gone on the outside. Oh my goodness.
Is it good? Is it good?
You have to try one.
I think I should.
These are the sweet potato noodles that I've seen in Korea. They kind of have an interesting chew to them. You've got spring onions rolling the way through, which kind of adds a nice little hum of kind of sort of onion to it. It's just everyone we've tried here is really well seasoned, isn't it?
Yes.
That is fantastic. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Cheers, thank you. One of my favorite places to visit in South Korea was the Han River, where I experienced some of the most eclectic pizza toppings I ever did see, and it gave me the inspiration to try making my very own bulgogi style pizza. Here it is. This one is my attempt at making a fairly decent Korean style pizza, and I'm taking inspiration from that classic Korean bulgogi meat mix. And if you haven't come across it before, basically bulgogi is translated as fire meat, which I quite like the idea of. And it's that combination of marinated meat fried over a hot plate until it's lovely and crisp. I have some beef here. I'm gonna add to it a few tablespoons of soy sauce. I've got a teaspoon or so of some sesame oil, and to this, 2 cloves of garlic, just finely minced. And now the interesting ingredient here, and what's used in traditional bulgogi, is an Asian pear. It seems like a strange one, but it's the sweetness and the acidity of these pears which is going to help to tenderize the meat. Last little ingredient is some sesame seeds. Just using a spoon, you're going to break that up and make sure that it's nice and evenly mixed through. And now I need to crack on with my pizza base. I'm going to start off by adding some plain flour to a bowl. To that, mix through some fast action yeast, some salt. Make a little well with a spoon. Then add in some warm water and a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Just bring that wet mixture into the dry ingredients, just until you have a nice dough. And then turn it out onto a work surface, and using the heel of your hand, just knead it for 6 to 8 minutes until it becomes smooth and elastic. The way that you know it's done is just to press on the top, and if it springs back, it's ready to rock. Cover it with a damp tea towel, and then just leave it to rest until it's doubled in size. I'm going to make up a tomato sauce that is slightly inspired by my Korean travels. So I've got some passata, and to this, I'm gonna add that ubiquitous Korean spice paste, that gochujang. Now, if you haven't come across gochujang before, it's basically a Korean chili paste. Just to help the sweetness of this sauce, I'm gonna add a little touch of sugar. And this combination of passata and gochujang will be what makes this pizza just completely different. Just using a rolling pin, just spread it as thinly as you can. Now, the idea of rolling it thin is to ensure that you get a nice crispy base to this pizza. I'm going to use a little bit of my secret pizza ingredient, which is some semolina. And this semolina is not only going to ensure that you get a nice crust to the base of your pizza, but it's also going to allow you to take it in and out of the oven a little bit easier. So just tease that dough over and onto the baking sheet. And now it's just a case of building this pizza. You really want to be scant with this mixture because you don't want a soggy pizza. Some mushrooms, a few peppers, a little bit of chili, a few spring onions, a little touch of kimchi, and I only want to go a tiny bit of this because it's quite liquidy and I don't want a soggy pizza, but I do want a tang of that fermented cabbage. And then it's just a case of taking little nuggets of this meat mixture and pressing it in and around this pizza. Look at that. You can just imagine when this comes out of the oven, that meat will crisp up. You'll have all those elements that are essential to bulgogi. This would be serious fire meat. And then just to finish this off, a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Right, and now it needs to go into the hottest setting your oven can go to. I actually have a pizza stone in the oven already preheated, so that's gonna give you that great crispiness to the bottom of your pizza. In only a matter of moments, this is good to go. Oh my goodness, the smell is just so good. All that gochujang goodness. Look at that.
To serve, a drizzle of sesame oil and a scattering of spring onions for freshness.
Right, let's tuck in. It's got a lovely crispy base to it. It's just a seriously great flavor. A real celebration of Korean fusion food. Oh, that is just fab. There you go, a delicious recipe inspired by my epic Asian baking adventure. Now, if you like that, make sure you comment beneath letting me know if you're gonna try it. Hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and share this video. If you wanna see more of my Asian baking adventure, make sure to tune in to Good Food Channel for all 10 episodes. They're quite good. See you soon, goodbye.